Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of WTF. I'm your host, Lena Moriarty, and this past week, the United States of America experienced another massive tragedy. On Wednesday, February 14th, a 19-year-old terrorist went into Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School and opened fire on his classmates, killing 14 students and 3 staff members. This is yet another despicable act of violence happening on American soil. My heart goes out to every single individual affected by this horrible act of violence. To those parents who have to bury their children far too soon. To those students who will never feel fully safe in a classroom again. To mothers and fathers across the country who have to now explain to their children how and why this happened and what they should do if they ever find themselves in a similar situation. A situation that unfortunately has become all too common in the United States. A situation that could have been solved already. We thought change may come after Columbine. It didn't. We thought change might come after Virginia Tech. It didn't. We thought change might come after Sandy Hook, where literal babies were killed in their own elementary school, and still nothing has happened. Hell, this is my second episode where I've had to address America's gun control issues after 58 people were murdered watching a concert in Las Vegas. People are dying, kids with their entire lives ahead of them. We are the only country where this regularly happens. We need to stop it, and we need to stop it now. Those kids in that high school last week have real courage and are standing up to the GOP. They know who receives funding from the NRA. We all know, and we are coming for you next election season. The time for change is now. Now to continue on with the episode. Trump is finding himself caught in another lie via, you guessed it, Twitter. When Trump isn't bashing Oprah or Hillary or supporting the Daytona 500 race, he's tweeting that he never said Russia did not meddle in the election. I said it may be Russia or China or another country or group, or it may be a 400-pound genius sitting in bed and playing with his computer. The Russian hoax was that the Trump campaign colluded with Russia. It never did. Well then, may I ask why yet another person has pleaded guilty to fraud-related charges on an investigation dealing with collusion with Russia? A former aide to Trump, Richard Gates, is now the 3rd person who has agreed to cooperate with Robert Mueller on the ongoing investigation. Also, come on, Trump. We know you would never hurt Vlad's feelings like that and blame him for helping you win. In the past, the president has actually said the exact opposite of what he tweeted. When referring to Vladimir Putin, he was quoted saying, "Every time he sees me, he says, I didn't do that, and I really believe that when he tells me that, he means it." And then again, on a separate occasion, he was quoted saying, "The whole Russian thing, that's a ruse, that's a ruse." And then the time after that, he said, "You know, this Russia thing with Trump and Russia is a made-up story. It's an excuse by the Democrats for having lost an election that they should have won." And so it goes. Gates has also agreed to testify against Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort. So it's not looking too good. It actually looks like Trump is blaming everyone but Russia. And it doesn't end there. 13 Russian nationals have also been indicted, along with a lawyer who lied about his past interactions with Gates. It's looking to me like the gates to impeachment might be opening up. In other news, Trump continues to enrage the female population after claiming that he never met the woman who is accusing him of sexual assault in the Trump Tower. She is the 21st person to accuse the president of sexual assault. The president. He tweeted defending himself, asking, who would do this in a public space with live security cameras running? Which kind of seems to me like he would have done it in other places. So it's sketchy to say the least. And to leave everyone on a happy note, and a note that makes me excited for the future, last week people all over the world got to see a kiss between 2 male Olympians on national television. Adam Rippon and Gus Kentworthy broke barriers that day. Love is love is love. I'll see you all next week for another episode of WTF. In the meantime, call your representatives. Tell them you want gun control and you want it now. This fight is not over.